This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to DBL. Erica Cobb, what day is today?
It's Friday!
Oh, that's a good one. It's February 7th. I'm here with Brandon, Erica. I'm Jeff. And guess who's back? Return of the Mac.
Return of the rabbit. The bunny is back with full force.
Yeah, nice. So, Steph, how was your trip?
Rabbits can't swim, but I flew across in a cage, so I'm back. And I've been released again, so it's all good.
With a lot of energy.
With a lot of energy. I thought I was going to be back on the show yesterday, but I got told to have a nap. But I'm all right.
But because you were working hard over there. We watched all the videos
yeah.
you sent, which were amazing, by the way.
I think we've still got some more things to be shown on air that haven't been released yet. I've got some rather interesting chats with some of the British general public about Meghan and Harry. So
Ooh.
I don't know when it's going to be coming out, but they were very interesting.
Give us quickly just the down low on Margot Robbie.
Oh, I mean, so the movie, honestly, Birds of Prey was absolutely fantastic. The casting was phenomenal. It was like the ultimate girl power movie. I'll be honest, I'm not really into Marvel and DC. It's not my bag. So I didn't really know what to expect. But honestly, they killed it, and the storyline was really good. So I would honestly say go give it a watch. In fact, honestly, I'm not just saying that to be nice.
Okay. Sold me.
You heard it here
All right,
first.
guys, speaking of superstars, the Oscars are Sunday, and there won't be a host, but Billy Crystal thinks someone needs to be leading the show. And here's what he told Jimmy Kimmel.
It's the tradition of it. When we did it, I always felt I was in the line of Johnny and Bob Hope and the people I grew up with. I loved the trust, that the movie Academy had in me to get me out there. And I felt like it was a great honor to do it.
Yes, having a host is important. You want to know why? I'm going to tell you. Black people know why. It's like when you go to church and then the pastor stands up and says, does anybody have a testimony they want to share with the congregation? You don't know if testimony time is going to take 5 minutes or if you're going to be there for another 3 hours. That's like the Oscars. You need somebody who is going to move it along and expedite the process. So yes to a host.
I.e. the Grammys with the way Alicia Keys
Yes.
Kobe's death.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't know if anyone could handle as well as she did. I just feel like because of social media, and I don't want to be a nag here, but it's tough to take that job because you know there's going to be some sort of repercussions, whether it's from your performance, your past, something. Someone's going to have something negative to say. But I agree there should be a host.
But just think if the Grammys didn't have a host, how flat would it have been for tributes for Kobe and all. So it's kind of like that, darned if you do, darned if you don't. But at the same time, there are people who have a clean enough past that are talented enough that can hold the Oscars.
I think it's just an Oscar thing, because like with the Grammys, you're expected to have something going on. Like Alicia Keys had that soul, that mothering, like nurturing nature, but you could have a Grammys host with a little stank on them. You can't have an Oscars host with a little stank on them.
I would like to sometimes see as well previous winners, like whoever won the award the previous year, like giving kind of the title or the what's the word again, trophy?
Yeah,
the statue.
Yeah, the statuette is the right word. I'd like to see them pass it on to whoever's taking it next, maybe. So if there's not a host that doesn't necessarily want to do the whole event, at least we get to see people like, giving, taking, sharing.
I like it. Just
Passing
move it along. Move it along.
Yeah.
All right, guys, and coming up, we're showing you what's inside the swag bag that the stars get to take home, stuff we can only dream of. Mere mortals up here. That's later in the show, so stick around. But here's a question. Could a Friends reunion finally be happening?
Oh, lucky us,
Check this out. An unscripted special will reportedly air on the new HBO Max streaming service that launches in the spring, and Deadline says the 6 of them, get this, will be paid $3 to $4 million each. Stephanie, are you excited about this?
Yeah, no.
I knew that jet lag was going to catch up.
I mean, come on, right? Let's just be frank and honest about this for one moment. Is it good background television? Okay, yeah, when you're in the doctors, the dentist, you need something to pass the time. Is it going to be like a Game of Thrones where you're captivated? If there was a Game of Thrones kind of, spin-off in 5 years, I would be all for it. I'd be like, they deserve every single penny. I'm not saying these actors don't, they're all actually really good. But it's just boring. What's it going to be? We go hang out in the coffee shop and like Joey's got some new girlfriend. I mean, what are we going to? What's going to even happen?
You do secretly want it.
Yeah, you know a lot about Friends.
HBO wants to do this because they're still an audience for Friends.
Oh,
let's
of
be
course,
honest.
of
You know, it
course.
may not be any of us except Jeff, but if they paid $425 million for the rights for Friends, then you understand there's a streaming war going on. You talk about the morning show that's on Apple
and
TV.
it is so
we talk
bad.
about Netflix and what they're shelling out for money. There's a streaming war going on. So I can see why they would do that. Friends already has its audience. Now you bring it back. Make a little
You
money.
make a good point, but I'm just saying $3 to $4 million for unscripted. They don't even have to learn or rehearse anything. They just come
Yeah, but
there.
I think they just know each other so much that they can just bounce off each other
It's like me and
now.
Erica.
Yeah.
Not scripted.
No, we're not scripted.
Definitely not scripted.
And you're definitely not
Because
making $3 to $4
if we
million.
were, neither one of us would be sticking to the script anyway.
Absolutely
That's
not.
true. That's
Absolutely
true.
not.
Good point. I love it. All right. They just did a cute thing, but it wasn't on camera. All right, I have another question for you guys. Do you believe in reincarnation? Anybody?
Yeah, defo.
All right. Well, Kim Kardashian does too. She thinks her son Psalm is actually her dad reincarnated. Kim says a medium predicted it before he was even born. She says Psalm shares many traits with her father. Fodder? Like
Is that
being
what you say at home?
left-handed. Oh my God, is this crazy? Not me pronouncing fodder, but is this crazy that her baby is her father?
Stephanie really believes this type of stuff.
Oh,
So
yeah,
do you
I
think
really
this can be
do.
Robert Kardashian?
I mean, I don't know if it's going to be exactly Robert Kardashian, but I really am a big believer in the afterlife, and I believe that you can get given messages once people have gone. And I do believe that you can be reincarnated. I mean, I don't know enough about reincarnation, to be brutally honest, because I've not really studied it. But I do think, you know, people can come back, and I believe that you go on to live many other lives. What's interesting here for Kim is, so Kim and all the Kardashians are big, big believers in psychics. They go and see them very regularly. It's something that they do. There's been lots of TV appearances with Tyler Henry and many other ones. And they've been given quite a lot of messages about their little son, saying that you know, he was going to be reincarnated of her father, and that was before anyone even knew that she was pregnant, that anyone even knew it was going to be a boy. And they said your son will be Robert in this new life. So who knows?
Listen, here's my thing. I believe in God and the afterlife and all that stuff. I don't know if I believe in reincarnation, because who wants to come back as like a cat? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like a punishment. I know this is a child, but here's my point I'm trying to
What
make.
about being a cat? You get to live somewhere
You were
for
just a
free.
human?
You get stroked all the time. You get nice meals. You're
Furballs.
free. A bit of furball, but you know, we all have bad days, don't we? Let's be honest.
Wait, I would leave that one alone. But here's what I was about to say. The medium said they predicted it before. So that's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. If that medium said to someone,
It's not just
hey,
one medium that said this to her. It's actually been a handful of different ones. Honestly.
But she has no other choice but to believe that now, because she already put it in her.
No.
Yeah, but like you can't tell. So I've had people tell me, and it's like, okay, this is what's going to happen, and then when it happens, like. And in the same time, like I had somebody tell me I was going to get DBL in June. Like they didn't say DBL, they said your television show in June. I have any reason to believe that was going to happen.
But I believe in stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. She's believing this because she was told by multiple mediums that her father is going to live in her son.
Right.
So then when she had a son, she's like, my dad's in there.
No.
You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. I don't follow that path. Like when the horoscope is like, oh, Sagittarius, you're gonna tie your shoe today, and you go tie your shoe, you're like, oh my gosh, my
Even if it's a
horoscope
good
is
It's
all
bigger
right.
than that. It's bigger than that.
Because
y'all are too surface
I
about
think it's
this.
literally bigger than all of us, and it's the whole of the universe, and there's so much more to it. It's very hard to wrap your head around. But you know, there is definitely more out there, and everyone has their different beliefs, and that's really good.
That's true.
Yeah,
there's
that's
something a lot bigger than all of us, and who knows what does or doesn't happen.
But how about when you're changing your dad and you're like, Dad, you know what I mean?
put that.
It gets weird. I'm just saying. You want to dive in? I dove in.
It's not the same person. It's just maybe a spirit. It's the spirit of someone. It doesn't mean it's this dad changing your dad's diaper, does it?
Dad, put your spirit away.
DBL is live, and coming up, Oscar nominees get the sweetest swag. We'll show you what's inside the goodie bag that makes the losers feel like winners. And can you guess who this is? Ooh, Stephanie reveals the actress defying the laws of aging next on Fashion Fix Friday.
February. Ask the one you love to be mine and get away to a Sandals Resorts luxury included Caribbean vacation. Watch Daily Blast Live every day for a word of the day. Then enter at dailyblastlive.com/sandals for your chance to win a 4-day, 3-night romantic escape for two. The winner will be announced on DBL February 26th. What better way to say, be mine?
L Nation, it's our last digital break of the week. Just the week. Don't worry, we'll be back here Monday. I want to go back into the Friends thing because I grew up anti-Friends. You know, I was a Marvin, I was a Fresh Prince, I was a living single type. You know, guy, that's what we watched in my household. But I went and did a lot of research on this Friends thing because, like I said, HBO Max is shelling out a lot of money for this. And since, I guess, this 1-hour episode, they're going to use this to launch HBO Max. It's a new streaming service.
Which is weird to me because HBO, you could already get HBO online. I don't understand, like, the streaming service difference.
It's HBO Max.
So are you paying two different things?
Is it?
No, you
it
forget all
did,
the HBO content.
So
did
it's just another
HBO
one.
and Cinemax merge?
They brought so much of Nickelodeon. They're
okay.
going Disney Plus.
Okay. Because why wouldn't they just air it on HBO? Is what I'm saying.
I don't know. But they really wanted this show. They really wanted it. Because remember, at the end of last year, they were going through negotiations and they had a standstill for like weeks when it came to money. But then if you get the deal done, that means you're like, all right, I'm okay with pumping out $425 million for the rights for this because I think this is going to bring in X amount. So, I mean, there's still an audience for it, Jeff.
I think HBO puts out the best content as far as like shows go. All of my favorite shows are pretty much on HBO. So I'm a big fan of HBO and their content.
The Night Of was one of my favorite shows.
Produced by James Gandolfini, who was in The Sopranos. He was Tony Soprano.
Oh, he produced that?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
way back in the
Also,
day.
guys, McMillions tells
Did
you
you
about
not get enough camera time
Monopoly.
today?
The Monopoly game at McDonald's was a total farce, and it's on HBO.
It's called McMillions.
McMillions. It's so good.
All right, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, it was all a fraud.
Nobody won.
Really?
No, people who won are all related. It's
Dude, it's a 6-part series directed by Mark Wahlberg. Or he's executive
ridiculous.
tonight. I'm
They were
watching
like,
this
it was a
tonight.
Reddit
It's
thread,
so
and they went
good.
through. They're like, did anyone ever win? And then they kept looking like, who are all the people? And they're like,
20 seconds, 20 seconds.
Hey guys.
No. I get tired about 8 o'clock. I want to go to sleep. But I thought I was coming back in yesterday, and they were like, "It's nearly not coming." I was like, "Oh, I'm really fine." Yeah.
Stand by, here we go.
4, 3, 2.
Welcome back to DBL. Phew, is it hot in here? Or are Jessica Simpson's book tour outfits making me feel some type of way? All this style talk must mean it's Fashion Fix Friday. I'm here to give you lot the lowdown on this week's top style stories. So, back to Jessica. She is serving juicy gossip and fashion on this book tour, like this hot, smoking hot pink jacket, which is not on the screen right now, but there we go, here she is. It reminds me of Legally Blonde's Elle Woods. Any objection to this look is overruled. And let's talk about snakes, baby. Like Jessica's head-to-toe snakeskin outfit that are super sexy. And the way she wears bold colours, it got me red hot and green with envy. You know what, I think she should just stay on a book tour forever because she's killing it. Right, next. We've got to talk about Katie Holmes. The 41-year-old mother is looking smoking in a new photo shoot for Flaunt magazine, and gasp, is that lingerie she's wearing? Ooh. But are women over 35 allowed to look so powerful and sexy? Well, Katie Holmes sure thinks so, and I've got to agree. Between Katie, J-Lo and Shakira, I'm noticing a trend of women proving that age is nothing but a number. I mean, I know Leo doesn't date women over 23, not over 33. That'd be a leap up, but boy, he's missing out. And it's the age-old question, which came first, Beyonce's or Popeye chicken? Well, it's what everyone is asking after after Queen Bey's Ivy Park fashion line sold out. You could say the lads down at Popeyes noticed. So the chicken chain called out Queen Bee for creating garments that closely resembled their own employee uniforms. But you know, it's all in good fun. You can buy any Popeyes employee uniforms online right now, and 100% of the sales go to charity. So, is this how Queen Bee gets noticed? Eating fried chicken at the checkout? I don't know, if that calls for inspiration, then fair enough. And wherever it comes from, it works. I'm still waiting on my delivery though, Bay. I'm sure it's just lost in the post. I just got a smelly sock last time. Would you lot buy some Popeye swag?
Yeah, I like the colors. Yeah.
Virginia Tech colors.
Junior Tech?
Virginia Tech.
Oh, Virginia. I was like, what's Junior Tech when it's at home?
Steph, your accent has gotten thicker in the 2 weeks you've been gone.
Well, I've been gone for a while. I've been back in the motherland, haven't I? So you've got to expect a bit of something.
It just makes me.
Hey, Steph, do y'all have Popeye's chicken over there?
No, we only have got KFC, which here everyone seems terribly disgraced at.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the same. I did do a fried chicken test once. I don't know if you guys remembered, and Popeyes won.
Yeah, it was delicious.
Yeah, it's considerably better.
Jeff, what do you sound like when you go back to the motherland?
Oi, Stephanie, you did a great job.
I meant your motherland.
Oh,
Chicago?
Either way, Steph, toodles.
Toodle pip, guys. Cheerio.
We'll be back.
We start today with a consumer alert. We especially want parents and grandparents to listen up on this one. A popular baby carrier has been recalled because the straps on your shoulders could break and cause your child to fall. The carriers that are being recalled were sold at Target and Amazon from November 15th to December 20th. So if you have this baby carrier, just take it back to where you bought it for a refund. And here's a fun story for your Friday. Burger King is doing a new promotion for Valentine's Day, and they're hoping to help you forget your ex. The burger chain says if you bring in a photo of your ex, they'll give you a free Whopper. But here's the question, is being reminded of your ex really worth a free Whopper? I'll leave that up to you, DBL Nation. This has been Fast Blast for you. Did you know that we're live during the commercial breaks every day on our show? Just go to Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, and I'll be there to keep you updated on all the breaking news and developing stories. See you then.
The new solar orbiter will literally give scientists at NASA a new perspective on the star that sits at the center of our solar system. The orbiter is equipped with cameras that will take the first ever pictures of the sun's north and south poles. Scientists want to collect data that will help them understand what's going on inside of the sun. They'll gather readings from the heliosphere. That's a giant bubble of charged particles and magnetic fields that radiates throughout the entire solar system. Scientists think that by measuring those waves immediately after they leave the sun, they can get a better idea of how they're formed. The solar orbiter is scheduled to launch Sunday night at 11 from Cape Canaveral, Florida. You can watch it live on NASA's website, and that's Connecting the Dots.
Welcome back to DBL. The Oscars are Sunday, and even nominees who don't win still go home with a six-figure swag bag. Lindsay Granger found out what's inside in tonight's DBL Spotlight.
Lash Fairy, what an awesome name, and thank you so much for joining us on DBL. Now, I have this bath bomb that I love because I love crystals. It's amethyst. It has real gold in there. So this is like my favorite thing. Tell me about this.
Oh my gosh, it's Hotsy Totsy. It's the most incredible bath bomb. I mean, when you talk about an Oscar nominee-worthy bath bomb, this Hotsy Totsy is. They've got the moon-blessed amethyst in there. I mean, it's truly epic.
What's the most extravagant gift of this year, in your opinion?
Well, the most expensive item is for sure the $78,000 fully inclusive 12-day cruise of a lifetime for two aboard the Scenic Eclipse Ultra Luxury Expedition Yacht. This package that is put together is absolutely a one-of-a-kind, once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's amazing.
So give us a quick show and tell of some of your favorites over there.
Well, I'm particularly proud this year to be partnering with Soma because they're a company whose products are designed by women for women. So we have this gorgeous sensuous silk kimono robe. We also have their award-winning Soma InnoFit Smart Fit bra. This is so brilliant. You put it on, it connects via Bluetooth to your phone, and then you get a curated selection of beautiful Soma bras in your precise size. We have Coda Signature doing a one-of-a-kind cannabis-infused chocolate culinary experience for each nominee and a small group of their friends. This is the Prolon fasting mimicking 5-day meal program. It has changed my life, changed my body. I share it with everyone I can. And a literal suitcase full of other fun and fabulous items.
Now, in all the years you've been doing this, what was the craziest gift and how did celebrities react to it?
Last year, people lost their minds that we were doing these gifts from Coda because they're one of the leading edibles companies. We gave out custom artwork last year. Ryan Williams is back this year.
So what do you think the value of the bag is estimated?
It's right around $225,000 right now, and I say that with the caveat that that's if they redeemed every single gift certificate and took every single trip, which is not even logistically possible for these people. They're so busy. So in addition to the $78,000 Scenic Eclipse cruise, we also have Flora Farms and Auberge Resorts in Cabo who have teamed up to do an amazing Cabo package. We have Faro Punta Completa, which is a working lighthouse on the Canary Islands that is a whole getaway for 8 people to go and enjoy. We've got a Waikiki Beachcomber Hawaiian getaway for them. So if they took all those trips, it'd be quite the pricey gift bag.
Wow. Well, Lash, thank you so much for sharing with our DBL Nation. The Oscars are this Sunday on ABC.
By the way, Everyone Wins gift bag is not the official gift bag of the Oscars. It's just something Distinctive Assets does every year. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by...
Hello. Yeah, we got a code 3232, a filthy mascara user on the corner of your little and nasty. Yeah, I said it, y'all. I'm back with the Beauty Police, and today we're here to let y'all little nasties know it's time to put down that nasty mascara that you've been using for 2 years, girl. Ooh, I can't even. Let's bring it back, though. Some of you may not know what I'm talking about, but I'm sure you've seen it. Now, every now and then I come across a young lady, sometimes older, sometimes younger, sometimes a man, whoever, whatever, and they always seem to have a nasty old mascara tube from 2010 that they've been clutching on to because it was that one good mascara that works. But let me tell y'all, that is wrong. Y'all are doing it wrong. I'm gonna be writing you a beauty fine right now, honey, because you're treating yourself wrong. It's just nasty. Now, you may not know, mascara is not to be sticking around for a year, for 6 months, not even 4 months. Did you guys actually know mascara is only supposed to be used for 3 months? Y'all heard me right. 1, 2, 3. Let's say it in Spanish now. Uno, dos, tres. French. Un, dos, trois. I don't know. Anyways, you can't be keeping your mascara around for that long, guys. So I have a couple tips for you. If your mascara is starting to get flaky or dry when you're taking it out the tube, it's time to go, okay? It's time for it to put it away. If your mascara doesn't make that sound when you're taking it out the tube, it's time to go. It's wet. It's not wet anymore. You're putting on dry, crusty mascara onto those beautiful, luscious lashes. What's good, girl? One last one. If your mascara kind of has to like break off a little chunk of like dryness, put it down, sis. Like, you don't need that in your life. Put that old dirty mascara down. But that's all I'm gonna say for you guys this time. Just make sure you're throwing out that mascara every 3 months and buying a new one, all right? I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to follow me at Jeray for the Slay.
SpaceX needs a lot of help to get its next generation of spaceship off the ground, and they're looking for a lot of help right here in Texas. So how can you join Elon Musk's team? Let's connect the dots. Musk put out the call on Twitter, telling people to come to a, quote, Starship Career Day on Thursday near Brownsville. He said he's looking for everything, from engineers and supervisors to support personnel. And according to the experts, Musk is probably looking for production crews that can assemble the Starship prototypes. So also think welders, crane operators, and fabricators. And this would literally put you on the front lines of the future of space exploration. Musk wants to use this Starship to not only orbit the Earth and Moon, but eventually head to Mars. Originally, work was being done at Cape Canaveral and the Rio Grande Valley, but recently the focus has been on Texas. Connecting the dots, I'm Marcelino Benito for H-Town Rush.
Today's Sandals word of the day is romance.
Welcome back to DBL. We've all heard the term luxury, but depending on who you ask, it can mean different things. Well, Lexus recently did a study that looks at how different generations define luxury. We found it fascinating. Check it out.
When it comes to luxury, automaker Lexus has stood out for decades as a premier luxury brand. So they asked more than 3,000 people what the term luxury means to them.
We are a very human-centric company. So we wanted to know how consumers defined luxury in these coming years. And boy, did we get some interesting results.
They found that 35% of older Americans and 42% of Gen Z and millennials want the luxury to digitally detox.
I think people finally are realizing that technology, from initially being something that people touted as making one's life simpler, actually have taken over people's lives, and I think they need a break.
The Future of Luxury survey also found that 73% prefer life experiences over material possessions.
People increasingly define luxury as an experience. Experiences are just as important as the goods or the services that they're purchasing.
And lastly, Lexus found that going green is a must for the future of luxury. 81% of Gen Z and millennials say it is a game changer.
So they're looking beyond just that product or that service that they're buying. They're looking to do business with brands that make a bigger, broader statement.
The biggest takeaway? Luxury now lies in the hands of millennials and Gen Z. They are the driving force for setting the new standards in status and buying power.
And Lexus is working with engineers and design teams to make driving their cars an effortless luxury. Not just about getting from point A to point B. In one word, what does luxury mean to you guys? How about you, Steph?
In one word?
One word.
One word.
Happiness. I'm not gonna lie.
That's good. Hey, that's a good one.
I'm gonna go with style.
Ooh, that's good.
Time.
Oh yeah, Erica does say that a lot.
Mine's comfort. You know, if you're comfortable, man, it's luxury.
And it's great they're going for the millennials, because what do? You stunt for the gram. So luxury, you're showing people you're living that life.
Stop for the gram.
We all be stunting for the gram, especially this weekend. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. We'll see you on Monday. Welcome back, Steph.
Bye.
Yay.